Hello guys, so welcome to our first lab. So here is the manual, that we're gonna use to perform this lab, lab one, okay? And this lab is introductory lab because we didn't take much in assembly language itself. We take, in assembly as, or the computer architecture part of the course more than assembly. So this lab will concentrate on, installing and running Visual Studio. Visual Studio is our tool, that has the assembler. The assembler, as we said, is like a compiler for high-level languages, okay? And so we're gonna download and install Visual Studio 2019 Community Edition. Okay, here is, the link for the tool, okay, what version you should install in specific, okay, and what edition of it, because is you have 3 editions. The community edition is a free one, okay. After that, as we will learn in week 5, there is a kind of template that you will write each time in assembly. For any assembly programs that you have, there is parts in the code that will not change much from a code to another. So the first part, or the first job that we're gonna do after installing Visual Studio, is to set up this, template. In this video, I'm saying about this video here in this link. It's another video from another professor called Professor Hank in his, channel. He's setting up such template. We're gonna repeat the same steps here, in our lab, and I'm gonna do it with you again. But if you want more information, you can visit this, link and do it again. Okay. So after you open Visual Studio for the first time, it should look like this, but without these, projects, because these are my projects from before. I'm gonna, pretend that I don't have anything in before. So we're gonna create a new template, okay, that we're gonna use for this lab and the future as well. So go ahead and create new project. This project should be empty project. If you didn't see the option empty project, you can just search for it here. So empty, look, it will appear for you. Empty project. Just double click there, okay? And we're gonna call it, template or assembly template, whatever you like. Assembly template. That's a good name because it's, it will be our templates that we're gonna use, in the future. Create. And here is, our first project, which will be just to create the template. Okay. So we don't need, these shortcuts, so you can delete them. Okay. And we're gonna set up now, our environment. So first, we're gonna go to the build dependencies, build customization, and choose MESM here, okay? And press OK. Then right click, choose properties, choose linker and system, and choose here Windows, not console. That's it. Apply. Okay. That's it, man. Okay. Then we will write our template now. So we're gonna create new file. We can do from here, add new item. We're gonna choose C++, although it will not be C++, we're gonna save it as ASM, assembly. So we're gonna name it template, or we can name it like the project assembly template.asm. Add. Okay, here is our file. Go ahead and take this part in here and paste and remove these 3 lines. These 3 lines is actually a program. I mean, so, but we need, this is a template basically, okay? These are the lines of codes that you will not, you know, you can change from a project to another, but it will be slight changes. Most of the time we're gonna use these lines, you know, also, you know, in most of our projects. And, you know, after this line here, this comment basically, we're gonna put our code, which will change, of course, from a project to another. Okay. Now, after writing our template, we should save it because this will be our templates we're gonna use in the future. So whenever we have a new project, we wanna load this template so we can just write, you know, in that blank space our, you know, our code. Okay. So we're gonna go to project here, export template, save, next, finish, and that's it. So you can close now this folder. Now we can close the solution and start a new project. So create new project. And now we will not choose empty project. We're gonna use our template. So I'm gonna, and it's because it's A, so it pops up as the first option here. So you just choose it. Assembly, template, next. And you can give it, you know, lab 1 as a name. That's a good name. And now if we look here, it is the same stuff that we added as a template. Now we can just write our program. And in our lab here, you know, it's a very simple lab. It will just add 2 numbers together. Here are, you know, our, you know, 3 lines of code. So we're gonna use EAX. Remember, this is extended AX. AX alone as a register is 16-bit. When you extend it, it will be 32-bit. And, you know, we added this directive here to enable, you know, the use of 32 bits. So this directive here to enable or to use or to be able to use 32 bits. We're gonna learn all these directives, you know, in our course. So don't worry about them. So we are moving here 3 to EAX. So EAX as a, you know, you can consider as a, this register will have 3 after this line of code. Then EBX, the 32-bit EBX will have 8. Then you're gonna add them together and you know, and you put the result in EAX. So EAX after this operation will be equal to 11. 11 in hexadecimal is B. And this 3 lines of code is just to terminate the, you know, the execution. So go ahead and save. You can also build. Succeed. 0 failed. Now we're gonna run from this line here. So run to cursor. Run to cursor will execute starting from here line by line. So you should choose step over here. This will execute the line by line. Look here at the registers. AX. This is just a garbage value, you know, some value that it has before. EBX, ECX, you know, and so on. We are using AX and EBX in that example. So after the first, you know, operation here, this value should change to 3. After the second line, EBX should change to 8. After the third line, though, EX should change to 11. Let's check. So we're gonna go line by line using a step over. This arrow here, bended arrow. So after the first one, look, what has changed is marked in red, and it becomes 3 as we are expecting. Then we go over again. Now EBX changed and it becomes 8. Then when we add them together and add the result to AX, AX would be 11. 11 is B. Okay, guys. So you should just write these. Of course, you should run the program and put these values here in this table and take a screenshot, you know, from, you know, each operation. So I'm gonna stop running. I'm gonna continue here. It stopped. So the first screenshot you should have is after running the first one. So you take a screenshot showing me that AX is 3. Another screenshot when EBX is, become 8. Then another screenshot when EAX become B or 11, I mean. Okay, guys, that was it for lab 1. Lab 1 is very simple. Maybe the most complicated step is just downloading and installing, Visual Studio because it's big. It might take time from maybe half an hour or something, based on your speed, the computer speed basically, and internet speed as well. So that was it. Thank you very much for watching and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.